everybody. My name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about 5 major things that are happening in Northwest Arkansas that you need to know about. And number 4, that's going to change a lot of things. So let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you like and share this video with a friend or a family, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas, obviously. So liking and also sharing, make sure that everyone can live, work, and play all in NWA. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Also, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally a starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. What are the hospitals like? What are the schools like? What are all the things cool going on down here? What's going on in Bentonville? What's going on? All the cool things you need to know about Northwest Arkansas. Boop, 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 boop. Package up in a little box, shipped right to your home. Right to your home. So enter your name below, enter your address below. Where am I shipping this package to? Where is this package going to? This NWA starter pack. Let me know with your name and address below. I'll make sure that I get that package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool, but I'm a little biased. And I know what you're thinking. It is my favorite 4-letter F word. Free! So enter your information below. I'll make sure that I get the package shipped to you right away. And the first cool thing we need to talk about is Tru Crime Fest is happening in Northwest Arkansas. So just to be completely clear, I don't really dabble in the true crime podcast arena or YouTube podcast arena when it comes to true crime. But I do have a lot of friends that do. And so I texted them, I said, is this a big deal? And they said back to me, this is a big deal. So here I am talking about why it's a big deal. And so honestly, it's really cool to see so many unique opportunities being developed in Northwest Arkansas. But if you are into true crime, if you are into that kind of podcasting scene, there's a true crime event fest happening in Northwest Arkansas. It's obviously happening in Pinnacle Hills Rogers area at the convention center, so that's pretty cool. But what I heard from a lot of my friends was that these are a lot of big name true crime podcasters that are coming to the area. It's a one-day festival of just kind of talking about all those different things. And if you didn't know what true crime podcasts were, obviously they dive into, who'd have thought, true crime. And they obviously try to talk about the mysteries and some of the unsolved mysteries and what is happening and all the interesting things about true crime, both the good and the bad, obviously. It is actually being hosted by all the Lost Girls organizations. So I heard that was actually a pretty big deal as well. So long story short, if you are into true crime, if you are looking to come down to Northwest Arkansas, maybe check out the whole area, maybe stop at True Crime Fest in Northwest Arkansas. And when you're here, definitely check it out and let me know how it is, because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun to be part of that whole community. And number 2 of a really cool thing happening in Northwest Arkansas is there is a $318 million expansion being put into the actual children's system here in Northwest Arkansas. So there actually are 2 major children's hospitals that are being shared by this. One of them is in Little Rock, and the other one is another major one in Springdale, Arkansas, so part of Northwest Arkansas. So they're actually developing both of those, but I'm guessing the majority of the infrastructure is being pushed into Northwest Arkansas for obvious reasons. But it just goes to show that obviously any sort of medical is a big deal in Northwest Arkansas. From a lot of people that have moved to the area that have kids that have actually brought their kids to the hospital in Springdale, they said it's been fantastic, great services, but now they're actually expanding even more. More beds, more services, more things to actually be able to do at the children's hospitals. And I know that's kind of a bigger criteria when you're moving to a new area is, are there specific hospitals? Are there VA hospitals? Are there children's hospitals? Are there retirement homes? Are there, whatever the case you're looking for, are those specific needs being met in Northwest Arkansas? And it just goes to show again that the big investment into the community, into the area for medical in obviously Springdale, Arkansas, in Northwest Arkansas. Again, if you weren't aware, obviously there's new hospitals being built all the time, new medical centers, actual new medical colleges being built by Alice Walton near Crystal Bridges. That's for a whole different video. But on top of that, it just again shows that Northwest Arkansas is committed to medical, not only just medical, but on top of that, children's hospitals. So if you're looking to move to the area, definitely be aware of that. Whoa, before we jump on to the next point, I have something brand new called Instant Home Updates. So maybe you're looking to move down to Northwest Arkansas and you're using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Notifications, way too slow. You're missing all sorts of homes. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is. It's literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below, name, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms. Where do you want to move to in Northwest Arkansas? What are you looking for to move here? Enter all that information below. I'll make sure you don't miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, side note, every single Friday I send an email out just kind of talking about all the cool things Northwest Arkansas. What's going on in downtown Bentonville? What's going on in downtown Fayetteville? All the cool things happening in Springdale. All the cool things happening in Walmart Amphitheater. What new HQs are moving here? What new big businesses are moving here? That's kind of a big deal. All the cool things Northwest Arkansas. Enter your email below. Enter your name below. Enter your email below. I'll make sure you get that email every single Friday. Just kind of keeping it updated with all the cool things happening here. But side note, you will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise, you will be the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third cool thing happening in Northwest Arkansas is a brand new Opera of the Ozarks is actually being built near Eureka Springs. So this is a $34 million brand new project being built near Eureka Springs, and it just kind of makes sense why Eureka Springs would get this, because Eureka Springs, I don't talk about too much, but it's definitely a fun, eccentric, eclectic kind of area. And so they are building a new opera center over there near Eureka Springs. Now this is not only going to be a place to watch opera, to actually train and kind of equip the next generation for doing opera. So there is actually a couple buildings there being used, and they're actually going to add on to those buildings, actually modify those buildings a little bit. So that's pretty cool. They're actually going to leverage some of that done space over there. But it's gonna be really cool to have more art in the area around Northwest Arkansas. So again, if you are bopping around the area at any point, you're gonna notice so many things about art. So many new murals, so many different things, so many even light murals now. That's for a different video. But on top of that, adding opera to the actual Ozarks, super cool, because we actually obviously have the Walton Art Center in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which has a bunch of Broadway plays. We have obviously the Symphony. We have Theater Square, which is a different facility just right around the corner from Walton Art Center. And that's definitely geared towards Broadway style plays and all the different things around there. So it's really cool to add something near Eureka Springs and actually adding strictly just opera to be able to train new people and actually to go there and actually watch opera, because we don't have anything like that quite in the area yet. So it's fun to see just them keep expanding the arts in Northwest Arkansas. And number 4, this is probably one of the biggest newses that actually hasn't been really talked about too much in Northwest Arkansas, specifically downtown Bentonville, but Fox Racing, like the brand Fox Racing when it comes to motocross or biking or anything like that, is putting a brand new facility in downtown Bentonville. So if you weren't aware, Fox Racing is a big deal when it comes to anything with 2 wheels, essentially. Huge brand deals, huge sponsorships, huge celebrity endorsements, the whole thing. Big brand. So they are actually putting a location in downtown Bentonville. And you're probably thinking, well, they have locations everywhere. Nope, only California, only Las Vegas, and now Bentonville. And so again, it's interesting because like Specialized Bikes had their own thing as well. They're only in California, Colorado, and Bentonville. And you start to see this trend where these very interesting big brands are moving to Bentonville, Arkansas, and it's for obvious reasons. They're, obviously, capital of the world when it comes to mountain biking. They're becoming the capital of the world when it comes to outdoor recreation. They're investing more and more money when it comes to just trail systems around here. So, and we obviously are training for the actual Olympics here. And so all this interesting things are happening when it comes to 2 wheels or any sort of interesting styles of transportation is happening in Bentonville. So it makes sense why Fox would place basically a flag in Bentonville, Arkansas, with obviously a bunch of new bike companies and new manufacturing companies. Anything when it comes to 2 wheels are putting their flags in Northwest Arkansas. So it's really cool to see Fox being able to put their flag here and develop a brand here in Northwest Arkansas and in downtown Bentonville of all the places. And the 5th cool thing happening in Northwest Arkansas is the fact that there's a bike retailer event happening in downtown Bentonville. Now this happens every single year, but it's cool the fact that they're actually planting it right here in Northwest Arkansas in downtown Bentonville. And I know this is a very smart move for Bentonville in general, bringing every single manufacturer retailer to Bentonville to have obviously all sorts of speaking events, all sorts of cool things happening here. When it comes to like the whole retailer space of like all of America or all of the world is happening right here in Bentonville. They're placing it right here this year. Obviously, they're smart because all things biking is happening in Bentonville, and so kind of, hey everybody, like come on, move your stuff over to Bentonville. So obviously it's a very like, look what we're doing over here kind of thing. I'm sure everyone knows about it, but it's cool to bring all their employees here and all the different things to make sure like everyone sees eyes what Bentonville's actually doing. So obviously there's gonna be tours of all the trail systems, the Back 40, All American, Slaughter Pen, everything, plus the Ledger, all the bike trails around actually in downtown sections. So they'll do the whole thing. But again, if you are questioning if Bentonville is the leader when it comes to all things 2 wheels, all things mountain biking, again, it is pretty in concrete now that it is definitely reigning champion for that. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you are thinking about coming down to Northwest Arkansas, download my 3-day itineraries link below. Maybe you're a adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. There's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it and use it and get down here. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so you can kind of show you around the whole area. Plus, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, I'll see you next one.